Hi, I'm Charlie Jewett with Renovating Retirement. I'm here today with Doug Hermann from the Denver, Colorado area. Good to see you, Doug.
Good to see you, Charlie. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, and I know you share this philosophy with me, but I want you to be able to share this in a way that you can share with clients and prospective clients the three things that kind of make the Renovating Retirement model a little bit differently. One of them is we're not going to be the most famous people on the planet. I've written some books and things, but we're not going to be the most famous, financial service professionals out there. Everyone that comes to see us generally is going to have another professional in their lives. They've already amassed some wealth. They're working with somebody currently that they have a longer relationship with us. We're going to be the new team, right? The new person on the team. And thirdly, sometimes people find this kind of shocking is we're going to tell people straight up front, for very good reason, that they don't need to trust us. It really is not a trust-based industry. We'll explain this, but it's more about seeing clearly in data than trusting, thinking we're good and doing what we say. That's not what we're looking for, right?
No, not at all. So going back to not being the most famous, we are not the most famous, right? But,
Really?
But we are the most thorough, and that's very important. So
yeah, so as far as fame, if you go to Google and type in Doug Hermann, you go to Google and type in my name, you may find a few things, but we're not writing books, we're not on Oprah, we're not on any of the Ellen DeGeneres or any of these shows. However, fame doesn't mean accuracy, fame doesn't mean thoroughness. So when somebody comes in and does a home inspection and looks at every single little piece of the house that might have termites or mold and is incredibly thorough, they're not the most important home inspector, but they do that job, right? So with our merit planning process, we're being more thorough. When you work with a client, you're going to be more thorough than any advisor that I'm aware of. Our process isn't perfect, but it's the most up-to-date technology I can find. Mortgage plan, estate plan, retirement plan, insurance plan, and tax plan. So the question you want to ask yourself is, do you want your advisor or the person giving you advice or helping you to be the most famous or to be the most thorough? Does that make sense?
yeah. We need to be thorough, and we need to cover everything that you just talked about.
Look at all of it.
That's all of it, and run everything through the test, and that's what we do.
It's been my claim.
And that's why we're not famous, is because we're spending that time.
It takes too long.
We're not. Yeah, it takes too long. We're not seeing everybody, so
yeah, you can't do custom retirement planning on a mass scale and get famous, right?
Exactly.
But that's been my claim to fame from day one. Is say, when I was a total rookie, had no experience, no money, no anything, who would want to work with you? I just say, well, let me be more thorough than anybody. I'll look at everything, and if it's perfect, we leave it alone. If I find anything useful, I'll let you know, right? So you're going to be very, very thorough. Point number one. Yes?
Absolutely. And if it looks good, 2 thumbs up.
You'll pat them on the back, say, great job.
Yep. There, you got an inspection, right?
Beautiful. Point number 2, you already have a relationship probably with an insurance agent, with a money manager, with a banker, with somebody who's talked to you about your finances, and maybe you have a great relationship. We're never going to ask you to leave that person. Not them, us. That's not the message. The message is, do you have as many advisors on the team as you need? Do you have somebody helping you with tax planning in retirement? Do you know how to have a completely tax-free retirement? So if the IRS doubles taxes, it doesn't matter to you. Do you have somebody showing you how to invest and get market returns with no losses? Do you have somebody managing the safe part of the portfolio now that bonds don't pay anywhere near the competing strategies? Do you have someone showing you that? A lot of people have an existing advisor in their lives that they trust, which we'll talk about in a moment, but you have a story in this world, right? Like why that existing advisor that has the trust may not be the best idea, or to have as the only person. But tell me the story.
Yeah, so I have a story, and part of the reason why I'm in this industry is because I saw it with my own grandparents. So with my own grandparents getting ready to retire, they had reached out to an advisor, and the advisor ended up being a great friend. He would show up at their kitchen table. They actually had dinner with this advisor multiple times, but he came in with his nice car and dressed very sharp with the tie, and they trusted him to no end. Well, end of the story is my grandparents ended up living the last years of their life. They lived with my father, and they lived the last years of their life completely broke. So, it's not always going to be your friend or the person that's sitting down at your.
So a great relationship, but not a great plan.
Relationship. They trusted him to no end, and it turned out very bad for my grandparents.
And that's our message: is it's what you get that matters. It's your retirement. Let's make sure you have the best retirement plan. And if you have somebody on the team already, we're actually going to teach you the financial architectural model, which is you have an architectural design, you have blueprints, and it tells each subcontractor, each worker, what they need to be doing, what they need to accomplish. We're going to show you how to tell your money manager or existing insurance agent, whatever it is, Here's your job and how to track and hold them accountable, right?
Yeah. So yeah, we're just coming in doing the second opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we come in with the second opinion, now we get to build our own plan and start to see where all the pieces fit in. You now get to take the plan and kind of look at your dream home at that point.
And somebody may want to add you to the team. It's not you or this person they've known. They may want to add you to the team. Point number 3, I've been talking about this for almost 20 years. You talk about it now. Is this is really not an industry where you need to trust somebody. You're not an ignorant, uneducated person that can't make decisions, which the industry seems to want you to believe. These are math decisions.
Mm-hmm.
$10,000 a month is better than $7,000 a month. Zero tax is better than paying tax, right? Leaving an inheritance, if that's what you want, is better than all the wealth going to the IRS or to the government or to someone else. So you know what you want and can make really smart decisions when you see clearly. So we're not going to take a trust-based approach which says, look how awesome we are, be quiet, you dummy, and trust us. That's not the approach, right? The approach is, let me help you see so clearly what the options are. For instance, most people don't know there's an option to make stock-like returns without any losses.
Mm-hmm.
That's making more than the actual stock market. And when presented with that option, they go, sounds too good to be true, but tell me more.
Yep.
You deserve to see that. I also have a story, part of the reason I'm in the industry, very, very close family member, retired in 1999 around the dot-com crash, and the advisor that she trusted apparently let her retire and left her in markets, left her in investment options that could go down because that dot-com crash took so much money away from her accounts that she ended up going back to work for 13 years. And as I watched that and I watched what she missed over that 13-year period that she could have participated in, birth of my first child, birth of my second child, it hurt me to see someone go into retirement and come out and have to work another 13 years, and we don't want that for you. So the message is, we're not the most famous, you're going to be the most thorough. You have an existing advisor that you probably have a better relationship with, which is fine, because we're not going to say, leave that person and switch to us as strangers. We're going to say, do you have financial architecture? Do you have every coach on the team that you need? Can you see perfectly clearly in the mortgage plan, estate plan, retirement plan, insurance plan, and tax plan that everything is done perfectly? And do you have a way to hold this existing advisor accountable? Most people say no. Mm-hmm. We'll teach you how to do that, join the team, and bring what we have. Secondly, we're not going to say, shut up and trust us. We're going to say, when I show you that 2 + 2 is 4, is that helpful? If someone's been telling you 2 + 2 is, if we give you accurate data, will that be helpful to you? Do you like to see clearly and make smart, easy decisions? And everybody says yes to that.
Yeah, let's help people see clearly. Do you want more in retirement, or would you like less in retirement? Would you like to pass more on to your kids, or would you like the IRS to keep some of that?
Yeah.
So
high income, low taxes. That's what people want.
That's all it is just the clarity piece and helping people see.
Well, it's music to my ears because I've been preaching this truth thing and this clarity thing for many, many years now, decades. So welcome to the team. Thank you so much. You're doing an awesome job, and come see Doug.
Thanks for having me.